thank you for joining me today. I'm Sandra at Arty Card Air, and today my project is this easel card. It stands up like that, and I think it's rather quirky, and I've made a matching little gift tag for it as well, so that I can put the same style on my gift. And it opens up like that, and I've stamped "There's something really worth celebrating today" there. Today calls for something pink with sprinkles on top, and happy birthday here. And these quirky little pieces here are from the new catalogue, which comes out from the 1st of June. This is called a birthday confetti stamp, and it punches out these different shapes, and you can stick them, that they're meant for the cards. I've forgotten what they're called now. The cards that you put sprinkles in, and oh dear, it's eluded me. Well, I'm sure you understand what I mean. That they're like shaker cards. That's it, shaker cards. The brain's getting in gear again. So this stamp set that I've used on the front here is called Love and Affection. It's available from the 1st of June. This is the catalogue that it is in. I cannot show you inside the catalogue, but if you would like a catalogue, I can post one out to you. If you drop me an email, I'll send that in the post completely free of charge. So, oh, and these are the new in colours from the 1st of June. You've got Dapper Denim, Emerald Envy, Flirty Flamingo, Peekaboo Peach and Sweet Sugar Plum. So let me know if you would like a catalogue. So carrying on with our easel card, we're going to make this today. I'm not going to make the little tag. It's just 2 inches wide by, I think it's 4 1/4 inches long. 4 inches long, and you just layer it up. It's quite simple with the scalloped tag topper punch. I've made that, so we're not going to make that today. We're just going to make our little stand-up easel card, which I think's really rather cute. And I've sort of done my own designer series paper on the front here, so we're going to get on with that today. So let's move that to one side, and we're going to start with the scoring board. Today I'm doing my card in Night of Navy and Flirty Flamingo. So it's a piece of A4 cardstock that I have cut in half down its length, and that is what we're using today. So we put it on our scoring board, and we score it at 2 3/4, 7 1/8, and 7 1/4. So those two score lines are very close together, and that's all the scoring done. So let's put the board away, and then we'll just lightly burnish our score lines. And be careful with this one that's close together. Just fold it carefully so that it you don't run it into the next one. That just helps it to stand up nicely, I found. Like that. And then this one folds up that way. Like that. So for our card layers, this layer is going on the front of our card like that, and that measures the piece. This is Flirty Flamingo. That measures 3 7/8 by 4 1/4, and these two pieces measure 1 7/8 by 3 5/8, and you cut 2 pieces the same, and they layer up on there like that. So let's do our stamping on those. So I'm just going to get a piece of scrap because I don't want to stamp onto my pad. So we get our stamp set, and we're going to prep up on our block this large one. we're going to stamp that with some Night of Navy. So I'm going to open my Night of Navy in Flirty Flamingo. And we're just going to stamp the first one I've stamped with the large flower. So I'm going to stamp off on there. Sorry, I've got a bit too much muck on there. I need something to dry that. I'll just dry that with my hand. So in a random pattern on there. Clean that off. And then this flower here has a little middle to it, which is this middle, and we are going to stamp that in the Flirty Flamingo and just line it up more or less in the middle of your flower and stamp that on. I think that looks rather nice myself. I really do like this new stamp set. I think that's great. Right, so now we're going to do some smaller flowers in the middle of that. So I'm going to use this one, put that on the block, and we're going to use the Flirty Flamingo in between it. That wasn't very good, was it? No rhyme nor reason to this, just whatever pattern you like, really. And then I'm going to get this little flower, and I'm just going to do some little navy, tiny little navy flowers in between. And then I'm going to do some Flirty Flamingo ones. Like that. So that's that piece done. So now we're getting a piece that measures the same size, and we're going to use the smaller flower that looks the same. The block is too big. Put that on our block. And I'm going to do this the opposite way round, so I'm going to have my flower that colour, and because this is smaller you will fit more on. And then again we need to put the little middle on. So obviously I'm going to do that in the Night of Navy. Like that. And then I'm prepping up a flower and leaf pattern here. I think I'm going to do that again in the Night of Navy. So it doesn't really matter what pattern you do, it's entirely up to you. Whatever you think looks good. There we go. I think that's enough of that one. And then I'm just going to dot some smaller little blossom flowers in the middle, in the Flirty Flamingo. I think that might be enough. That's enough of that. Right then, so we've prepped those two up for the front of our card, and so now we need to do the other pieces. But what we'll do is we'll layer those on first, and then we'll come back. We'll layer those onto this piece of card here. So I'm going to use my wet glue for that. Whoops. That. When you layer it up, just make sure that you've got the same amount of space around each one so that it looks even. That's good. And then we're going to layer that onto our card front. Like that. So now we need to do the inside of our card. So the pieces we need for the inside. So these two pieces go here. And just get these. That layers onto there. That onto there. That there and that there. So our layers measure so this piece here measures 3 7/8. Let me just get this right. No, this piece here measures 4 1/4 by 4 and 4. Let's start again. This piece, Flirty Flamingo, measures 4 1/4 by 3 7/8, and the Whisper White piece measures 3 3/8 by 3 3/4. And then we've got our layers at the bottom here. The bottom one, Flirty Flamingo colour, measures 3 7/8 by 2 1/2. The inside white piece measures 3 1/2 by 1 1/2. The Night of Navy piece that it stands up on measures 3 5/8 by 3/4 of an inch, and this piece that layers on there measures 5/8 by 2 5/8. So I hope, if that's not clear, I shall put it on my website so you can go over and the measurements will all be there for you. So let's do our stamping on the inside of our card. So on the inside of this one, I used the Remembering Your Birthday stamp set and used this There's Something Really Worth Celebrating Today. So we'll prep that on our block. I'm just going to check that I've got that straight. It's just come down slightly, I think. And then I'm going to do this in the Night of Navy. We're going to stamp down on that, like that. It goes on there. And then we swap that over for Today Calls for Something Pink with Sprinkles on. Prep that on our block. And then I'm going to stamp that in the Flirty Flamingo. Like that. And then this little piece here has the Happy Birthday on it. And that's here. And that is going to be done in the Night of Navy. So, sorry if I get my head in the way here, but I just need to make sure that it's on. That's reasonable. We'll run with that. Or will we? That's a bit crooked, doesn't it? Let's turn it over and have another go at that. Maybe it's crooked on here. Let's give that another go. That's better. Right, let's get those out of the way. So now we're just going to layer all this up on top of one another. Like that. Try and make sure that when you put it on, your lines are straight down there, otherwise it will look slightly odd. Like that. And then we need to put this up on dimensionals because we need it to stand up so that our card will stand up. So we'll put a few dimensionals on that. And then you can see that will stand up like that. And then we're going to glue down our sentiment on the front like that. And then we're going to finish it off with a few sprinkles. So you just put a bit of wet glue. Well, actually I think I'm going to use my two-way glue pen for that so that the glue doesn't all ooze out of the edge. And just pop those on where you think they look good. I think they're rather cute, these little sprinkles. So they're not, you don't need them just for shaker cards, you can use them on anything really, on any projects, like this. Like that. And then we just finish it off with some rhinestones. The big ones can go in the middle of these big ones. And this size fits into the middle here very nicely. And that's our project almost finished now. So I hope you like this card, and if you'd like a catalogue, perhaps you'd contact me. So let's bring in the cards. So I hope you like that project today, and if I can help you with anything, let me know. And until next time, it's bye for now. Bye bye.